Good morning, class. Today we will discuss a topic that is church Turing thesis or church hypothesis. So, in continuation of this church Turing thesis, this is the thesis that is proposed by Alenjo Church in 1930, and the common interpretation of this thesis was the every algorithmically computable function is Turing machine computable, and another one is if function is computable if and only if it can be solved by a Turing machine. So simply the question is why this church thesis is so important in the theory of computation or theory of automata. So, and the second question is why it is called thesis, not the theorem. So the answer is this answer of this question is because this is important because Alenjo Church proposed this statement, or you can say the precise statement, in his thesis in 1930. That is the before invention of Turing machine. And another point is we cannot prove this mathematically. That's why it cannot be called as the theorem. And second one is point is why it is so important. It is important. Another point is it is important because we cannot disprove his statement. Means when Turing machine is invented, then all the interpretation, all the hypothesis proposed by church in his thesis was correct. So that's why it is important. And now the point is what is actual statement of the Turing church Turing thesis. So the actual statement is a Turing machine is a general model of computation, is simply to say that any algorithmic procedure that can be carried out by a human or group of human, or you can say computer, can be carried out by the Turing machine. So this is the basic and precise statement given by Alenjo Church in his PhD thesis. And this statement was first formulated in 1930 by Alenjo Church, and usually it is referred as the Church Turing thesis or Church hypothesis. And continuation with this Church Turing thesis, it is a mathematically precise statement because we do not have any precise definition of algorithmic procedure. Therefore, it is not something that we can prove. So that's why it is called theorem. It is called thesis, not the theorem. And it is, and I already told you that it is invented before the Turing machine. So, however, enough evidences has accumulated to cause the Church Turing thesis to be generally accepted. So these are basic two important points that should keep in mind at the time of writing the answer, that why it is not called as a theorem. So these are the solution of this problem. And this obviously this is very important in case of explaining the Church Turing thesis.